I never imagined that a single reckless, selfish choice could destroy everything I thought I had control over. I convinced myself that my husband, Andrew, didn't notice me anymore. I mistook his exhaustion from work, his quiet ways of showing love, for disinterest. Meanwhile, another man, Jason, an old college friend, was texting me late at night, reminiscing about how I used to laugh, how alive I used to be. His words made me feel seen, desired, in a way I hadn't felt for years. I told myself it was harmless. Just dinner, just a conversation. But deep down, I knew better. I knew the moment I lied to Andrew and said, "I'm staying at Olivia's tonight." I had crossed a line I could never walk back. That afternoon, I got ready as if I were stepping into a romantic movie, not committing a betrayal. My hand shook as I applied lipstick, but I continued. My wedding ring lay on the dresser, silent, almost pleading with me to reconsider. I ignored it. I sprayed perfume, adjusted my dress, and stared at myself in the mirror. Guilt flickered in my eyes, but my ego drowned it out. When Andrew came home early and kissed my forehead, whispering, "You look beautiful. Have fun with your friends," my heart twisted. For a moment, I wanted to cancel everything, but I didn't. I smiled, grabbed my purse, and walked out. Jason had booked a private cabin suite at a luxury lodge outside the city. He greeted me with flowers and a smile that made me forget the consequences. We had dinner, drank wine, laughed at old memories, and for a while, I convinced myself it was harmless, just an escape from my dull reality. Half joking, I said, "Andrew trusts me so much, it's almost annoying." Jason laughed. "Then he'll never know." I laughed too, but something inside me cracked slightly. Hours passed, and the night grew quieter. Jason leaned in, his hand brushing mine. The world outside the cabin windows was dark and silent, and I felt like we were in a secret universe where nothing could touch us. My phone buzzed. "Andrew, hope you're safe. Need anything?" I didn't reply. I turned it face down and whispered, "He won't call again." Jason smirked. "Then tonight you're mine." And I let him believe that. But fate doesn't wait for an invitation. There was a sudden knock at the cabin door. 3 deliberate, heavy knocks that didn't belong to a friend, nor a stranger. I froze. My wine glass nearly slipped. Jason, assuming it was room service, opened the door casually. Time stopped. My husband stood there, calm, steady, terrifyingly composed. No yelling, no fury, only disappointment in his eyes, like a quiet storm. Jason stepped back immediately. "Look, man, this isn't..." Andrew ignored him completely. He only looked at me. "Olivia called," he said quietly, his voice making my knees weak. "She wanted to know why you weren't at her house, like you told me." My throat closed. I couldn't speak. I couldn't breathe. Then he reached into his coat pocket and placed my wedding ring on the table. "You forgot this," he said softly. That broke me more than any scream could. Before I could think of excuses, he pulled out his phone and pressed a button. My voice echoed to the cabin, a recording from earlier that week in my car. He's so trusting it's pathetic. He thinks I'm at book club while I'm with Jason. He'll never find out. Jason's face drained of color. I collapsed into tears, shaking. "Please, Andrew, I'm sorry. I made a mistake." But he wasn't finished. His voice was low, clear like a verdict. "Your parents, my parents, your friends, our colleagues, they all heard that recording 5 minutes ago." My blood ran cold. I grabbed my phone. 40 missed calls. Dozens of messages from my mother, my best friend, even his sister. "You said I don't give you attention," Andrew continued. "So I gave you all the attention you wanted. Everybody's attention. Pain, shame, terror, all at once." I knelt on the floor, begging him to stop, to listen, to let me explain something I no longer understood. "Please don't leave me like this. Please don't hate me." He didn't raise his voice. He didn't look away. He simply said, "I don't hate you. I just don't know who you are anymore." Then he turned and walked out into the icy night. Jason muttered quietly, "This was a mistake," grabbed his coat, and disappeared as if he never existed. I was left alone in that cabin, surrounded by the scent of perfume, wine, and shattered pride. My phone kept buzzing. My tears wouldn't stop. My reflection in the glass looked like a stranger I wanted to run from. By the time I dared to go home, Andrew was gone, his closet half empty, his drawers bare, his wedding ring placed on my pillow. No note, no message, just silence louder than any argument. Everyone knew. My parents wouldn't answer. My friends were ashamed. And the man I had betrayed, he didn't curse me. He didn't yell. He simply walked away, leaving me to drown in the wreckage I created. And that's when I realized betrayal isn't just about cheating. It's about breaking someone who trusted you with their whole heart. I thought I was sneaking away for a night of excitement. Instead, I walked into a nightmare I built with my own hands. A nightmare where I lost the only person who truly loved me. And I had no one to blame but myself.